So you've just finished editing an awesome 1080p video, but now you want to post it to all kinds of social media. Can you do it? And can you do it quickly and easily? Yes, you can. I'll show you how, by using DaVinci Resolve. Now let's get digital. Let's say that this is the project that I want to use to upload to social media. As you can see, the timeline is at 1920 by 1080 and the frames are at 24 frames, a little bit less, and they cannot be changed. Now, as you might know, most of the social media platforms have different requirements when it comes to video clips. They have different frame rates, the maximum file size, how long the clip can last, and the dimensions, and maybe something else as well. When it comes to dimensions, the same platform can have different dimensions, so you'll have to take a look what kind of post you want to make so that you used the correct dimension. Now if I just show you for Instagram, you can see that we have organic video posts, what the resolution is, the file size, the maximum length, and the FPS. Then we have the video ads, then we have the carousel video ads. As you can see, it's different dimension, different length, the FPS is the same, and the file size is the same. But most of you will probably want to use this one, 1080 by 1920. But the length in this case is just 15 seconds. Now if you want to use a different social media platform, just look it up so that you know what the dimensions you need, the FPS you need, the maximum file size, and the length of the video. Now when you have the project done, what you might be tempted to do is to go to the delivery page, and inside the resolution you would set this to custom, and maybe you want to set this to 1080 by 1920. Which you can do, but you have no idea how this will look. And this will also squash the video in. This also warns you. So let's add it. And if I start doing this, you will immediately see what we'll get. So it got scaled down and it's not what we wanted. And if this was scaled up, you have no idea how the elements would be positioned in the video. So this is not an option, and I'll show you a different one. So the first thing that you want to do is to make a new timeline. So you can right click in the media pool, go to timelines, create new, or press Ctrl N for the shortcut. You can give this a name. If you will have a different resolution, let's say this will be 1080 by 1920. Then you'll want to uncheck this and specify the resolution under the format. And just for good measure, you can set this to custom, just so it sticks. Now if the resolution is mismatched, which in this case will be because it's not as high, I'll change this to scale full frame with crop. And let's say that that is done. To switch between the timelines, by default you have this up top, as you can see. But to do it faster, you can enable this icon, the left one. You will get tabs here, simply select plus, and add the timeline that you want to switch between. And now you can simply switch between the timelines. Now I'll take a piece of this clip, so maybe this part, copy it, go to this tab and paste it inside. So something's off with this timeline, let's see what it is. So you can right click on the timeline, go to timelines, timeline settings, and the resolution is not what I set. So let's put this back to 1920, and you can also change the options if you need to, but in this case I'll leave this one, select OK, and now this should be what I want. Now in this case this is what I want, it has the same ratio, but my overlay is a bit off, so I'd have to fix that. Now you can skip this step, so you don't have to make the timeline every time that you need it. So what we can do is delete everything that's on the timeline. Maybe we'll leave 2 video clips and 2 audio clips. But you can have as many video and audio tracks that you want. You can then name the tracks. This can be main, B-roll, and maybe we'll have another one will be effects. You could also add maybe an adjustment clip. This would go to the effects maybe, or maybe it would be on top. and call it adjust. Maybe expand it if you need to. If this is for Instagram, we know that this is a maximum of 15 seconds. Instagram stories, so maximum of 15 seconds. You can use any effect that you want in the adjustment clip, and that effect will be applied to all of the clips beneath it. So what do we want? Let's see. So we can use this effect. It's a countdown timer. So it will go like that. We can also make some changes to it if you need to. Change the color, maybe change the row width and height, or actually we set the columns. And if I set the color, I can make this full, so we don't have any of this. And we can also set the border width if we need to increase it, and maybe round it a little bit. Now let's say that this is done. This will be the default. And now if you want to save it, simply right click on it, go to timelines, export, and choose the first option. You can use the FCPL XML option, but in this case I'll simply choose the DRT, which is the DaVinci Resolve timeline. Then save it. So I'll save it to a timeline folder. Now if we want to use it, now I've deleted that timeline, but I can now open it. Simply click and drag, and it will open. As you can see, it's the same as it was. The second way to open it is to go timelines, import, and find it. Just like that, as you can see. And so that you see that it actually works and it's not just in this project, let's open a new one. So this is a new project, and now we can simply open that timeline. And we have it, as you can see. So now I'll copy these clips and paste them here. They were pasted where the playhead was. So if I wanted the same position, I would have to place the playhead where this one was. And as you can see, this in the adjustment clip also works. And if I added some effects to this, maybe night vision, this would also be applied to the actual effect. And that's how I can make and use different timeline presets in DaVinci Resolve. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to get DaVinci Resolve and video editing content twice a week, and hit the bell notification icon so you know when my next video comes out. I'm Simon, and until next time, Jackalls, keep it digital.